I don't know if you remember on Facebook, I did like a challenge. I do my little challenges and stuff. And on Facebook, I did the swing challenge.
Yeah. Actually, that's funny you mentioned that. I was gonna participate, and then I, was practicing and doing some things, and then there was like some kind of controversy. I guess cats were getting mad about something, and I was like,
I'm gonna avoid that shit.
Exactly.
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
I anger a lot of people on social media.
That happens.
It does happen.
You know what? I think it's by the very nature of being on social media and having your own opinion. You're gonna
upset somebody, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean well. I always mean well, and I'm very forward and honest and blunt. Just some people don't like bluntness. They want you to be politically correct about stuff.
Yeah.
And how are you gonna learn if I'm lying to you about you know what I mean?
I agree.
So
100%.
But with the Get Down challenge, it's about getting more balance with both hands. The reason the Get Down challenge, the swing challenge. The reason I created the swing challenge was because I see DJs grabbing scratch, execute all the techniques that they learned from Qbert or whoever, the way the technique was like illustrated, but again, don't personalize the technique. And another thing that inspired me to do that challenge was you could scratch over a looper all day long. But then when you go to apply that in the context of playing out, like for a crowd, you're not going to throw a looper on and scratch. You're going to be scratching with music, with an Eminem track, a Rihanna track, whatever track. Yeah. And you want to be, the whole point behind scratching is to enhance the experience of listening to music as you're playing out. Scratching the way Theodore and Grandmaster Flash and Grandmixer DST and all the pioneers intended for it to be applied was for you to add color and improve the experience of listening to music so that the song's not just playing. You're adding your little flavor to it, right? But now scratching is you download a looper and you grab and you just scratch for hours and hours and hours. And then these scratchers out there, they wonder why when they get to like a DMC, for example, or they're out showcasing and they're scratching over that same looper they've been practicing to in their bedrooms, they wonder why people aren't responding, or why people have like these blank looks on their faces. It's because they're not connecting with the looper and the sound But if you scratch music that they know and then apply those techniques and understand articulation and punctuation, you're gonna connect with people. Dude, yesterday I was scratching at cutting it up at this spot called Flat Tops. Those people in there never been to a DMC battle. Mm-hmm. They don't know what turntablism is. But I had them like, yo, this dude's killing it, because I'm using actual music that they understand and know. So something that you should practice at home, dude, is just going back to back on two turntables, because with music, again, you may have a song, let's say by Drake, and the intro is a hot beat that you love to scratch to, start it from the bottom, whatever song it is, and you're like, man, I love scratching to this beat, but eventually the people want to hear the lyrics. Right? So you got to understand how to like apply these techniques with songs.
Same thing with like juggling. You can only really do it for so long.
In and out. You gotta get.
Even if it's like the dopest juggles in the world, you're
gonna
like
lose
whoever is like Lynn will sit there and be like, again.
Right. Yeah, because I want to hear the song.
Exactly. Yep.
And the DJs have it. A lot of DJs and turntablists and scratchers and all that, they have it confused. They make it about, well, look at me, look at what I'm doing to the music, and it's about that to a degree. But it's also about like making sure that people are entertained, having fun, and everyone's grooving, and there's like a back and forth exchange of energy, right? So what I feel that you need to practice at home is going back to back on a variety of songs. A great song to do this on would be James Brown's "Don't Tell It." So here's an example, and I mean you could do this literally with any two songs.
I was doing it with "What a Man."
Oh really?
Yeah, with was that Salt and Pepper? Because it's like, you know, is that first
the beginning?
Yeah, and
yeah.
So I start scratching
That's
with
dope.
that, and then doing it on both
And you
sides.
do it maybe once on the left, once on the right. Give them one more on the third. Finish it up on the fourth. That's it.
Yeah.
You don't gotta be there for 5 minutes straight on the same spot. So
Get down. Get down.
and then cue up this side. And just practice back and forth. Real funky scratches.
Get down.
Give it a shot. Give it a shot. It's a three and drop.
Okay.
Okay, down like that. Nice, nice. Try to simplify your cuts. You can't treat the get like an ah.
Okay,
It's
yeah,
not that long,
yeah,
right?
okay.
Simplify. Yeah. Nice.
Get down.
Nice. Nice. One more. So the main thing when you're practicing this at home is to understand what sound are you manipulating. You can't treat. Another thing that bothers me when I see people post videos of themselves, like they're in their bedrooms, they're on the right turntable, the left turntable, they're going crazy with ah over looper, is that then you train yourself to execute all these scratches on ah, and then if I give you get,
Then you don't.
then you go to do these scratches, and what you're used to hearing from yourself with the ah sound doesn't translate over to the word get because it's a shorter sound. So now you think that you've been improving, and it's kind of an illusion because that was, I feel, one of the main things with the swing challenge was that people read the rules, they saw me execute the scratches in the video, and then they thought, oh, I could do that. I scratch even more technical than that. I get so crazy with the ah, but then when the whole thing about the challenge was that how do those skills then translate over to actual music? And a lot of the people that got mad at me and had issues with the challenge were people that couldn't do the challenge because they either were only training their left hand or their right hand, and the challenge was, could you do it with both hands?
Yeah.
So then they're like, they're kind of taking it like as an insult when in fact I'm actually trying to help them. And then B, those that did take on the challenge were so used to scratching ah, then when they went to go do those long transformers or those flare scratches that only work with the sound ah,
Yeah.
they found out they couldn't do it on the word get. So when you gotta when you're working with music, understand what kind of sound you have and adapt to that sound.
Okay.
Don't just go crazy like doing the scratches that you would normally do at ah. Be more aware of what you're doing.
Right.
You know, and again, think articulation and punctuation in everything you do, dude, and try to practice that. And I think when you come back, I'm sure I'm gonna notice even more of a difference. Cause even towards the end of this practice, there was already a change, right? Like a change started happening. So yeah, dude. Good shit today, man.
Thank you very much.
Shit.
I
Yeah,
feel
as
like you're
always.
feeling it a little bit
Yeah,
more.
yeah.
Like you're, I don't know how to explain it. It's like a,
You know what it is? It's
Like
a
a
lot
thing
of
inside you.
like loosening up too. I really need to like just kind of let go and stop like trying to do like super crazy chirp scratches and
Yeah. There's a time and place for that.
yeah.
But like what Lynn is saying, it's like you could scratch or you could scratch to the music. And it's like you gotta, I personally feel it's important to let the music guide your scratches, not the other way around.
Okay.
The music is the music. That the song you chose, it's the instrumentation is not going to change. It's not going to adapt to what you're doing
Yeah.
because it's already recorded.
Yeah.
So you adapt to the instrumentation on the music. So don't stay scratching over the when you go to practice. Don't practice over the same beat over and over again. And don't. Another thing is don't. I personally feel you shouldn't practice over just a drum track. You should practice over beats or songs with instrumentation in it because you are trying to. The objective, the goal as a scratcher is to try to be musical. So scratch.
Like adding an extra instrument.
You're adding an extra instrument,
Yeah.
exactly. So it's like if you're just practicing over drums, I get practicing over drums to learn timing, and you're a beginner.
Mm-hmm.
But once you understand scratching like you do, you got to start scratching to music because the whole objective is to be musical. Like you said, to be another instrument.
Right.
So if you practice that way, you'll see that you're going to come back and you're going to feel different, you know? But yeah, man, good stuff, dude.
Word.
Yeah.
Dope.
All right.
Very cool.